Hi. Well, here we are. It's first day of November. Last night was Halloween, and we're taking the beetle up north to put it in hibernation for the winter. Huh? Nope. I just thought since it's the day after Halloween, it might be a good opportunity to stop and pay our respects to Ed Gein, who is one of Wisconsin's most famous, criminally insane people. He was buried in this cemetery that we're standing in. This is Plainfield, Wisconsin, and the kids don't know a lot about Ed Gein, and I don't know if you guys do or not.
But he made laughs on people's skin.
Well, yeah, he was a person who had some terrible. He was a normal. I mean, he was a person like all of us, you know. So we're not trying to mock him or anything, but he had a terrible mental problem,
Disorder.
and he would dig bodies out of graves, like some of the graves in this graveyard, and he'd take the parts of the bodies and reupholster furniture and stuff. So if you'll just follow us, we'll show you where he was buried. It's over here. See, he died in 1986, which was about 11 years ago. But these crimes he committed were done in 1957. You see, watch out, you're going to trip over a tombstone. That's alright, just follow us along here. So follow on over here, and oh, it's over here. If you want to just point the camera over here for a minute, you can see this tombstone that's kind of out of place. Now, oh, this gravestone here, if you want to just point down here, Mother Eleanor Adams. This grave is empty. There's no body in this grave. Yeah, Ed Gein dug this grave up.
Oh, he did.
Yes, he did. And he took the body out and he made things with it.
Do they have zoom in on this thing?
No, you don't have to do anything.
And then his grave.
It is.
So that's empty, huh?
Right, this is empty because he took the body and took it apart and did things with it. And so they didn't have any body to put back in there. So it's just empty. Not many people know this. You have to read all these weird books. Over here, this was Ed Gein's mother, where she was buried.
Does she have
And
a,
here is where Ed Gein's father is buried.
does she have a little?
No, you're in front of that one. If you could
Yeah.
move.
Now you see, this woman over here in the empty grave had a resemblance to Ed Gein's mother. And that's why he picked her. Because he was trying to reconstruct a suit made out of like human parts that would look like his mother, because he had kind of a mental problem. When his mother died, he missed her so much that when he was living alone in his farmhouse, he would often even talk like his mother, you know, and in his mind, his mother was talking to him in his imagination. Here's his brother, who mysteriously died one day when a fire, a ground fire, got out of control near Plainfield, and they were fighting the fire, and Ed and his brother were trying to put it out, and somehow Henry mysteriously died. They don't know if Ed had anything to do with that.
His body?
Yeah, it's in here. But Ed Gein, he lived in Madison for the end of his life. What?
Didn't they do like surgery on him to see what was wrong?
Autopsy?
Yeah.
Probably, but I don't know if anything was. I think they just think he died from breathing in too much smoke. So anyhow, Ed Gein lived to like the last 30 or 40 years of his life at Mendota Mental Institution, and he was a very well-behaved inmate there, and actually became their janitor. Supposedly, from what I hear, he was a pretty nice guy. And when he wasn't left alone, He interacted with the other patients there and was pretty well liked.
So here's his grave, right?
Yeah, here's Ed Gein's grave right here.
Oh, right there.
You know, it's weird. The last time that I stopped here, this was pretty new. People have chipped pieces off his gravestone as souvenirs. This was all straight all the way around here, so it's interesting.
Maybe people don't like why does that guy's and hers and that guy's gravestone all look so new and that and
Well, these people all died.
Disrespect or something?
Well, you know, Ed Gein is pretty famous. See, Alfred Hitchcock made a movie called Psycho, and the whole story, Psycho, the whole idea behind the story came from this real-life story about Ed Gein.
Angry.
Well, he was kind of a creepy guy, you know, if you think about the stuff he was doing.
Are there any other graves here that he dug up?
There might be, but I don't know about them. So anyhow, it's kind of a cold, cloudy day. You know, it keeps raining. It's the day after Halloween. It just seemed like the perfect thing to do on our way up to Corpus Vista to park the Beetle. So next we're going to drive the Beetle up to the cabin. So we'll just hop in and be on our way.
Oh, Dad!
What?
This one I was saying, and that one different.
That's a good question.
Why was it so new? Is this like a form of disrespect?
Well, let's be detectives and figure it out. Look at the dates where the people died on those three.
Hey, I can see. Okay, 1848,
That's when they were born.
1940, 1945, and 1944. This one died first.
Correct?
This one died second. That one died third.
Well, picture this. Ed Gein was the youngest of the two sons, and he was kind of
Oh, I
got
know.
a mental
They all
problem.
died in the 40s.
They all died within 5 years. And so, 1 minute Ed Gein was in a family of 4, and within 5 years, his whole family died and left him alone. He wasn't that stable a person to begin with. So he was left alone in this creepy old farmhouse, and kind of went crazy. So that's why that one looks so new, is because all these people died within the same 5 years.
Actually, Dad, I was going to say this one was older.
He survived almost 40 years after his mother died. Well, it looks old because people keep breaking in. Souvenirs. It's pretty famous, and some people, they don't. Some people are disrespectful, and they don't really think about what they're doing. And, you know, will go ahead and vandalize something just so they can have a piece of something. You know, it's not the right thing to do, but people do it anyhow.
Is his real name Edward Gein?
Okay, now let's get in the car and let's take it to Corpus Vista and put it in hibernation. All right? So our camera operator will film us and then fade out as we disappear around the road. Okay? Let's go.